Hey guys, welcome back to the range. So today, once again, we have a couple of different Renegade Firearms here. These are both 300 Blackout. We have right here, we have the rifle in 300. And we have the AR pistol in 300 Blackout. Now these both run very, very smooth. And there's a few minor little things from the last video we did on their 5.56 AR. That being, with both of these, they have the ambi magazine release. So one thing that's cool is because of this ambi magazine release, you can, with the normal right-handers, you can unload it just like that, like normal. But then with your lefties, as you can see, my finger's not on the other side. Magazine release on the other side. Not bad. These are very flat shooting. Now, I do have a couple questions to ask about these guns, and luckily we have our good friend from Renegade Firearms, Corey, to explain some of these minor differences. All right, so we got Corey here with us to explain a few of these little things that I have questions about. So, Corey, can you please explain, with this AR pistol, I can't adjust this pistol brace. Why is that?
Now, we look at it from a manufacturing standpoint. When this gun was designed, we were in the middle of this SBR nonsense with ATF, where they were classifying AR pistols as SBRs. They didn't really put out any really good clarification, but one of the things that we knew that would keep us safe based on our interpretation of that regulation was a non-adjustable, pistol brace using the blade design over like the SB and all that, because this is what is formally recognized as a brace according to ATF definition. Now, I say this loosely because I personally don't agree with it. What people do with their stuff is totally up to them, but as a manufacturer, we have to look at how to protect ourselves from civil liability. So we build things to be safe, to be compliant as much as possible. At the end of the day, we don't want to get sued. We definitely don't want you guys getting sued, so we recommend that it stays in the form it is. But at the end of the day, it's yours. You do what you want with it. It's your platform.
Yeah, it's up to the end user if they want to put an SB tactical brace on with a different buffer assembly that has the 5 or 6 position stock placement. So,
now based on the current situation, that all does appear to be legal. But once again, I'm not an attorney, so I can't advise you on what to do. All I just say is always go with the error of side of caution. That's how we protect ourselves. So you do what's best for you in your situation, because not every state is as free as Pennsylvania. New Jersey, they can't even own that.
Hey guys, quick message before we get too far into the video. So we are an official partner now of the USCCA. So if you scan this QR code right here, you'll get access to a reciprocity map. So that way you're not going to break any laws going into different states, or if you want to move to a different state, you know what you can and can't have. Another thing too it'll give you information on is it'll give you information on states that may issue laws, shall issue laws, or if they have constitutional carry. So you'll have the differences between all of that, and it'll basically help you from avoiding breaking the law. So please go scan this code. It helps us make these videos for you guys. All right, this is the 10.5 inch 300 Blackout AR pistol. First shots. Now, to my understanding, obviously with the pistol it makes more sense. Now with the rifle as well, these 300 Blackouts, they are pistol length gas systems?
Correct. So the idea is we wanted our guns to be suppression ready. The 5.56 has the carbine length. Don't need to do a whole lot with that, but with the 300, to get it to run properly with every round that you could possibly throw in this gun, we went with the pistol length even on the rifle length as well. It's great when it's suppressed. It runs like a dream. Later you'll see some content where they get to shoot it. Unfortunately, I don't have a suppressor to throw on it, and their suppressor's currently down at the moment, so we can't do those tests for you, but you'll get a good view of how our system runs and how nice it is.
So now we're shooting the 16-inch 300 Blackout rifle with the pistol length gas system. I like this a little bit more. This shoots a lot more flat. And also it's less sore on my shoulder because it's got the stock, because it is a rifle, versus the plastic fin on the pistol. But because of that longer barrel, it's got a little bit more recoil mitigation. Now, for the AR pistol 300 Blackout, what is the standard barrel length for this?
10.5. So all of our guns we build are either in 10.5 or 16 inch. We don't do any of the intermediate or variables there. The only difference is, I believe, and Trey's going to kick my butt because I don't know it off the top of my head, you know, bad salesman. I believe the 6.5 Grendel that we do has an 18-inch barrel.
It's pretty nice.
But we do 300 Blackout, 7.62 by 3.9, 350 Legend for all you hunters out there. We do 450 Bushmaster, because why not? That sounds like a lot of fun, does it not?
I would say so.
Of course, obviously 5.56, and I told you about the 6.5 Grendel. So,
do you guys think you might be doing a 8.6 Blackout at any point soon?
we haven't discussed it yet, but you know, you got to crawl before you can run. So we're gonna get our established line going. We're definitely open to new ideas as well.
All right.
I'd like to see a 308 personally.
Yeah, no, that would be nice to make a line of AR-10s. I think that would be definitely a very big selling point there, having some, you know, the bigger cartridges, or even like 6.5 Creedmoor, something like that.
So you guys want a good joke? Look at the size difference between him and I, and then look at these pistols, right? Look how small these are versus, you know, the rifle length. The rifles are even too small for me, even with the slings that I provide for you guys. I have to run a Larry Vickers 72-inch sling to fit this fat body of mine. So, you know, you got to tune stuff to the way you are. We build it for the average person. Sometimes you got to tune and twist things around to make it work for you as the individual person. And in Renegade, we believe in that. Express yourselves. We also do Cerakoting as well. I believe we are up to 12 colors now. Trey's going to kick my butt because I don't remember that either. But hey, it happens. We're human.
So we actually do want to thank Trey for letting Corey come out here and letting us play with these toys. Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be having this opportunity to go over and have our first shots with these. So we definitely want to thank him and Renegade Firearms in general, and Corey, for letting us come out here on the range and test these bad boys out. And I think still it's a great deal what you're getting with everything, the hard case, getting all the attachments straight out the box. So if you're a new shooter and you want something but has like intermediate quality, this is a perfect starting gun. And then you can swap out everything you want later if you want to put an optic on there. Other than that, these are both flat shooting guns, and I love shooting them. And want to thank Corey again for coming out.
Absolutely.
And until next time, guys, we'll see you in the next video.